Right now, $45 billion of renters' savings sit trapped in security deposits across America. More than 26% of renters have been denied their deposits, and here's the kicker: 60% of bad property reviews stem from mismanaged deposit returns. Most tenants remain clueless about a 30-day legal deadline that can either save their money or guarantee they will never see it again. The so-called 30-day loophole works like this. In most states, landlords get exactly 30 days after you move out to either return your full deposit or provide a written, itemized list of deductions and explanations. Miss that deadline, and legally they forfeit the right to keep any portion of your money. Sounds great for tenants, right? That is where it gets twisted. The loophole cuts both ways, and landlords know exactly how to exploit it. If you do not provide a written forwarding address, that 30-day clock never starts. The landlord can hold your money indefinitely until you give them a proper address in writing. Most tenants have no clue about this requirement, so they move out, assume their deposit will return automatically, and then wonder why months pass with no word from their landlord. Let us break down the numbers. The average security deposit in America hits $750, but for single-family rentals, it jumps to $1,000. In expensive markets, you are looking at deposits that match the rent, which means if you are paying $1,900 for a two-bedroom apartment, your move-in costs could hit nearly $4,000 when you factor in first month's rent and fees. That is a massive chunk of money sitting in limbo. According to Zillow's latest survey, 41% of renters report having move-out disagreements over repair costs, damages, or maintenance. These disputes rank among the most common reasons landlords and tenants end up in court. Only 40% of renters take pictures when they move in. Only 29% believe their landlord communicates clearly about getting their full deposit back. This lack of documentation and communication is precisely what landlords count on. The timeline game is rigged against you. While most states give landlords 30 days to respond, some states are even more generous to property owners. Maryland gives them 45 days. But other states have tightened the screws. New York gives landlords just 14 days, and California cut it down to 21 days. The penalties for violation vary wildly too. In California, bad faith retention can cost landlords double the deposit amount. In Colorado, tenants can sue for 3 times what was wrongfully withheld. In Massachusetts, it is triple damages plus court costs and attorney's fees. Here's where the story gets really interesting. In 2024, we're seeing a revolution in security deposit laws that's reshaping the entire rental market. California just implemented Assembly Bill 12, capping all security deposits at 1 month's rent, regardless of whether the unit is furnished or unfurnished. New York did the same thing back in 2019. Maryland followed suit in October 2024. The trend is clear. States are recognizing that massive upfront costs are pricing people out of housing. But the most game-changing development is California's Assembly Bill 2801, which took effect on January 1, 2025. This law requires landlords to take detailed, date-stamped photos before and after tenant move out to document property condition. If they want to charge you for cleaning or repairs, they need before and after photos of the work. For tenancies starting after July 1, 2025, landlords must take photos at the very beginning of the lease too. This is huge because it prevents landlords from charging tenants for pre-existing damage or for repairs they never actually performed. The burden of proof has always fallen on the landlord, but most tenants don't know this. Landlords have to prove in court that their deductions were reasonable and necessary. Without proper documentation, they can't justify keeping your money. That's why smart tenants are fighting back with their own documentation strategies. Satish Nori, a law professor who previously led the tenant advocacy organization Just Fix, puts it perfectly. People are paying 13 months rent for 12 months of living somewhere, and this just happens over and over and over again. Tom Martin, the chief executive officer of the legal tech company LawDroid, describes the emotional toll. It is just a sick feeling when it is your money and someone is holding it hostage. Martin launched an online chatbot that helps New York renters draft demand letters to their landlords. The New York State Attorney General's office received around 5,000 complaints about security deposit disputes in 2023 and 2024, and they have helped tenants reclaim just under $2.01 million. About two-thirds of those complaints came from renters within New York City's 5 boroughs, where move-in costs can hit $13,000 when you include broker's fees. The wear and tear dispute is where most deposit battles are fought. Landlords can keep money for damage beyond normal use, but they cannot charge for regular wear and tear. The problem is that landlords and tenants have completely different ideas about what constitutes damage versus the normal aging of the property. A small nail hole from hanging a picture is normal wear and tear. Crayon marks on the wall are damage. The line is not always clear, and landlords often push the boundaries. Here is something most people do not know. There is no such thing as a non-refundable security deposit. Legally, anything you pay upfront other than the first month's rent and up to $30 for background checks is considered part of your security deposit, regardless of what the lease calls it. Last month's rent, cleaning fees, pet deposits, and key deposits, it is all your money that should be returned if there is no damage. The forwarding address trap catches thousands of tenants every year. Since most deposits are refunded by mail, not providing a forwarding address means your money goes unclaimed. Even if you think you told your landlord where you are moving, it needs to be in writing and specifically for the purpose of a deposit refund. A casual conversation or a verbal mention does not count legally. Some innovative solutions are emerging in the market. Security deposit insurance is becoming more popular. You pay a non-refundable monthly fee of $25 to $50 instead of a large upfront deposit. The insurance guarantees the landlord coverage for damages up to a certain amount. It is not perfect since you never get that monthly fee back, but it dramatically reduces move-in costs. The statistics on digital payments tell a revealing story. Nearly 74% of renters prefer receiving reimbursements through digital methods like direct deposits or payment apps rather than checks. This makes sense when you consider that 18% of renters have accidentally thrown out refund checks, and that number jumps to 31% among renters aged 18 to 24. Only 35% of renters receive their deposits within a week of moving out, which means the majority are waiting longer than they should. Some are waiting indefinitely because they do not know the rules or how to enforce them. If your landlord misses the deadline in your state, do not just accept it. Send a certified demand letter that cites your state's specific law and deadline. If they still do not respond, file in small claims court. Most states allow claims up to $10,000 to $12,500, which covers the vast majority of deposit disputes. Filing fees are usually under $100, and you do not need a lawyer. The rental market is changing rapidly, with more states implementing tenant-friendly deposit laws and technology making it easier to document everything. But until every state adopts comprehensive protections, tenants need to protect themselves by understanding the rules, documenting everything, and knowing exactly how to fight back when landlords try to keep money that is not theirs. Your deposit does not have to vanish before you move out, but only if you know how the game is really played.